The Mesozoic era in southern Arizona would bring about significant changes to the landscape. The relative tectonic tranquility that prevailed during the Paleozoic era, allowing the deposition of thick sequences of resilient limestone with nearly parallel bedding planes, would come to an end. The Mesozoic era would be marked by numerous episodes of volcanism and tectonic upheaval. More mountain-building episodes, or orogenies, would occur during the Tertiary, stirring up the poorly consolidated Mesozoic rocks to the point where geologists and paleontologists are still debating how some ranges were formed. The only exception are rocks in the far southeast corner, where the Bisbee Formation with its relatively competent limestone and sandstone beds crop out in the Mule Mountains and elsewhere. The further north and west one goes, the messier and harder to sort out Mesozoic rocks become. It is for this reason that most Mesozoic fossils collected in southern Arizona consist of incomplete or isolated bones or badly broken fossilized wood. These are the Mule Mountains near Bisbee, Arizona. Rocks in the eastern sections of the Mule Mountains record an incursion of the Gulf of Mexico along a deep rift valley that occurred about 100 million years ago during the early Cretaceous period. There are 4 separate formations identified in the Mule Mountains. They are the Glance Conglomerate, Morita, Mural Limestone, and Cintura formations. The Morita Formation records a slow sinking of the land to near sea level. The Mural Limestone records the encroaching shallow seas teeming with ocean life. Mural Limestone contains a wealth of early Cretaceous marine fossils, including some beds composed entirely of an extinct class of bivalves known as rudists. Large gastropods, oysters, and other ornate bivalves are common. The Cintura Formation records a slow rising landscape that terminates in an erosion surface. Although the early Cretaceous sea stretched as far north as the Empire Mountains, equivalent early Cretaceous terrestrial rocks can be found as far north as the Silverbell Mountains and beyond. In the Tucson Mountains, Mesozoic sediments consist of broken and fragmented rocks of varied lithology. These rocks record 2 separate intervals of accumulation in low-lying valleys, surrounded by mountains, presumably of volcanic origin. The earliest of these intervals occurred during the late Triassic to early Jurassic periods. The sediments laid down during this time are known as the recreation red beds. Outcrops of these sediments are restricted to the northwest side of the Tucson Mountains. The outcrops have a distinctive red color from which their name was derived. Equivalent rocks crop out in the Sierrita Mountains, the Santa Rita Mountains, and the Canelo Hills. The second interval, known as the Amol Arcos, has been correlated to the early Cretaceous Bisbee Formation. The Amol Arcos consists of an assortment of sedimentary rocks ranging from Arcosic sandstones to dark freshwater limestones that record a mountainous terrain with seasonal lakes. Thin laminated limestones created by beds of algae are common. Conglomerate, mudstones, marl, sandy limestone, and just about any other rock type can be found. Beds are usually tilted to the northeast, and continuous layers are seldom traceable for more than a few hundred yards. Plant fossils such as petrified wood are common in the Amol Arcos. The remains of trees with trunks well over 18 inches in diameter have been found. Pelecypod remains are also common, with some outcrops composed almost entirely of the remains of millions of shells. Gastropod and other large bivalve shells are also common. Traveling southeast, Mesozoic rocks in the Santa Rita Mountains are similar in lithology to rocks in the Tucson Mountains. The Triassic and Jurassic red beds that crop out on the east side of the range are known as the Gardner Canyon Formation. Rocks of the Gardner Canyon Formation are similar to rocks in the recreation red beds in the Tucson Mountains. Bisbee Formation equivalent rocks are divided into 4 different formations: the Willow Canyon, Apache Canyon, Schellenberger Canyon, and Turney Ranch formations. In addition, there are 2 later Mesozoic formations, the Fort Crittenden and Solero formations, which crop out in various locations. Mesozoic fossils in the Santa Rita Mountains are similar to fossils found in the Amol Arcos. However, remains of late Cretaceous dinosaurs have been found in the Fort Crittenden Formation. East of the Santa Rita Mountains are the Whetstone Mountains. Bisbee-equivalent rocks crop out along the south, west, and northern sections of the range. The Bisbee-equivalent rocks contain limestone beds with a mix of both marine and freshwater species. The Morita and Cintura formations are similar to rocks in the Bisbee area. South of the Whetstone Mountains, the Huachuca Range reaches an elevation well over 9,000 feet. Rocks of the Bisbee Formation crop out along the east and south flanks, with the fossiliferous marine mural limestone sandwiched between the aerial to subaerial Morita and Cintura formations. The late Cretaceous Fort Crittenden Formation also crops out on the western slopes of the range. Mural limestone in the Huachuca Mountains contains abundant invertebrate fossils. Petrified wood is common in the terrestrial Mesozoic sediments. Overall, Mesozoic rocks in southern Arizona indicate a mountainous near-shore landscape with freshwater lakes and ocean inlets that supported a wide variety of life. With the remoteness of many of southern Arizona's Mesozoic outcrops, many more specimens are surely waiting to be discovered. Hopefully, this video will aid future explorers who are attempting to unravel the mysteries of Arizona's ancient past.